Hello everyone, welcome to EverQuest 2 Insider numero 3. We've made it to 3, yay! Hopefully all things go well. I am Margaret Luperza.
Things will go well, of course.
They always go well, right?
Always.
I'm Margaret Luperza, your host. I'm also the community manager of EverQuest 2, and with me are a bunch of wonderful people on the EverQuest 2 team. Let's start with you.
I'm Akil Hooper, Lindro on the forums, and I'm the creative director for EverQuest and EverQuest 2.
And this lovely locked fellow. Oh, look,
lovely,
got a smile.
lovely locked Luddite.
Were you talking about me or Nathan?
You.
Oh, okay.
Who are you? What do you do?
I'm me, lead designer, candor on the forums.
You lost your level 100.
Yeah.
Are you sad about this?
I died too many times.
And over there on the PC cam we have...
Hello, I'm Nathan McCall, K-Thiel on the forums, and I'm a senior designer.
Yes, and that is who you're going to be seeing today. We have a couple announcements that I just want to throw your guys' way. The first thing is going to be one of the best things. I think I'm pretty excited about this. We're going to be doing double guild experience this weekend, and this is for all access members, correct?
I believe it's for everyone, because guild experience doesn't know if you're all access or not, so everyone will get double guild XP.
Sweet, so all of you wonderful people playing EverQuest 2 are going to get double XP for guilding. Make sure that you get in a guild if you're not in one, and if you are in one, venture forth. That's going to start at 7/18 on noon, so it's July 18th at noon, and that will end the 20th at 11:59 p.m. PDT. We also have our extended Gear Up Level Up. If you don't know what that is all about, you should check it out on the forums or on our news site, everquest2.com/news, and it's all laid out there for you. And that has been extended to the 31st at 11:59 p.m. PDT. And I just wanted to make sure you guys knew about that. We also have a little sneak peek of something. If you guys are coming to SOE Live, which I hope you all are, and if you're not, I think this will change your mind and hopefully make you want to join us. Don't you want to hang out with all of us wonderful people?
Absolutely, we're great.
Nathan's over there smiling. You can't see him, but he seems really excited about it.
Yes.
He's excited to hang out with us.
Come to SOE.
He's over there right now.
Come to SOE Live, buy Nathan a drink.
There you go.
That's a way to get some talking.
Yeah.
Get some talking out of that, but...
What's your drink of choice, Nathan?
Yeah, what's your drink of choice? Ooh, that's a good one.
Vodka, anything but not vanilla vodka.
Not vanilla vodka?
Yeah, no, hives are bad.
Oh, are you allergic to vanilla?
Vanilla in the vodka. Yeah, not vanilla by itself, though.
Weird.
Weird.
Estrellum.
That's
probably what's getting you.
That's not fun. Hopefully you're all over 21 if you're buying him a drink. But you should come to SOE Live even if you're not over 21. It's a lot of fun. I've been there since I've been at 8 SOE Lives now, back when it was called Fanfare, and I don't think I was 21 either when I first went, and it was a lot of fun. So we're going to be showing off a 66 slot bag. We were talking about it last week, but yes, we were putting in a 66 slot bag. This one is going to be for SOE Live. If you're coming to SOE Live, this is what you're going to get. Let's show it on the screen. That is it. You guys got to see some concept art of this about 2 months ago, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
And this is the outcome of that.
Yeah, I love the way that looks with the Awaken logo up there on the side.
Yeah, I like that.
That's Awaken logo, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
The Awaken logo.
I love the scrolls too with the symbols on it, and the mug. You got it. The mug is the best. The Stein is the best.
And the Stein has jiggle.
Oh. It moves?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was going to say it's actually the temple, it's the Vishen logo.
Oh yeah.
The Vishen. Thank you.
Yeah, that's not necessarily awakened, because that looks more like his face, the Awakened logo.
Right.
But this is Vishen.
Yeah. It's pretty fantastic. I'm excited about it. And there's something a little extra there. If you look really closely, and you'll see something extra there on that screen. But I think we should move on to our next thing. Don't you guys think?
Absolutely.
Next.
So Nathan is going to run us through all the wonderfulness of Tinkerfest, which I'm pretty excited about. Tinkerfest is always a lot of fun. I know a lot of you guys were telling me on the forums or tweeting at us or Facebooking us and telling us, when are you going to do your next event, or why don't you do more events? I think we do them pretty much one every season and month. It's kind of nuts.
Yeah, there are some areas of time where we're really clumped up, where you've got like You've got Bristlebane Day and Brew Day, and right after Aralisi Day, and so there's an area there where they just like squeeze all in, and then there's about a 2-month block where we get to take a break and actually work on the expansion or something, and then before we get to another live event. And so here we are to that live event, and it's Tinkerfest.
But we should say you can always check the in-game calendar if you want to know when the live events are. In-game calendar will tell you when they're.
Because you can always check there. Akil's totally right. So you check the in-game calendar, and you'll find that we've got everything scheduled out for this whole calendar year. As far as when live events are going to happen. You can find when Moonlight Enchantments happened, or the city festivals, but also Nights of the Dead, and then Frostfell down the line.
And we also have a bunch of player events that are run, and I'm always really active about keeping those up on the news site as well as on the forums. So if you're keeping in touch with us there, you'll see it there. But let's run through the items that you guys are going to see first, which I believe we have a couple screenshots.
Yeah, let's just go to some screenshots here.
Yes.
So Tinkerfest is this huge event that started out in EQ as a player-run event, believe it or not, and it's become so popular that we started doing it as an actual event for every server with all sorts of quests and trade skills to back this up here in EverQuest 2. And so at the different cities, you'll find these different areas where gnomes and anybody who wants to be a part of tinkering is just celebrating the event. So you get to get a real good sense there of what it is that this event is all about.
And then my favorite part.
Yeah, so here's the new house items this year. The vast majority of these are either buyable and or craftable, though some of them are just that you have to buy them. Or, I'm sorry, quest rewards. So, and
you have a bunch of you have a couple new quests this
we've got one new quest this year, and if I remember right, one new achievement.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. I saw there was 2 new things, new content pieces that have been added.
Excellent. Yes, yes. Quite a few of these items that you see there on the screen are actually animated. So you got 2 springboards there. You've got this amazing little candle that floats around. It's perfect for when you put it on water. There's a door back there that opens, a steam pipe that's belching out steam and popping its lid, and the light up there rotates. So got a lot of moving parts, which is exactly what you need for the tinkered house that you're going to be building.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what people build with these. We're probably going to do a contest.
They always astound us.
Yeah, we're probably going to do a contest next month regarding Tinkerfest stuff. So keep that in mind. Start building your things.
Gather now.
Gather now. But I can already imagine some of the amazing stuff people have. People have already done a lot of really cool tinkering houses. So I can only imagine that adding some of these items on top of that will make it even more exciting. Yeah.
So Tinkerfest is coming up, and while this event is running, we're also going to start selling a new player house on Station Cash, or through Station Cash. So I'm going to give you a little run through here on that new house. It's called the Tinkerer's Isle, and it is a new gnomish home, prestige home. So as you can see here, there's a lot of area for you to build on.
Ooh, you get the whole beach?
You've got this whole beachfront.
Oh, that's pretty.
Right? Yeah, and you're like, well, that's a lot to work with. Well, that's not much in comparison to what you are getting. That's just a nice blank slate down there.
But that's a good view from up here, too, I bet.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you will get a nice view.
I'm sure someone's going to build something right on the edge there with a great view.
Oh, heck yeah. Look at, so you've got all these little buildings. These are one room.
They look like little kegs.
Simple buildings.
That's cute.
Sets up, you can do so much with this space. And as we know, our players do crazy things that we would never have imagined. It's amazing.
I can't wait to see what some people do with all that verticality, all that space up above.
Yes, absolutely. I did want to show that last year's, and it's still available this year as well, but it was new last year. This door, it fits perfectly here with the house.
Ah.
Boop, boop.
And it matches perfectly too.
Yes, well, it's because it came from the same art. Almost like it was planned or something. So, but that's not even all.
DevPicks.
Yeah,
Don't you all wish you could just do that? Just type something in there.
Here I am just, running through the sky. you know, as you do.
Oh, this looks sweet.
Like you do.
Like you do.
Like you do.
Like you do. Oh, damn.
Yeah, you missed it.
You missed it. You
Missed
the boat.
missed my cue.
So you've got a lot of space in here to work with. You're going to have a lot of potential. And I think that the art team did a really cool thing in taking this little area of Steam Font, the Gnomeland security, and really turning it into a prestige home for everybody. So here's, to give you a better sense of everything that this home has to offer for you to
sweet.
look at this.
Nice.
Look at all that you can go ahead and fill out.
That's a lot of space, too.
It's a lot of space.
Nice little platform
Absolutely.
on the back.
Yeah, can they
as
get
well.
on these? I guess they could fly on
Oh,
those
yeah.
little platforms, yeah. I'm sure people will use little portals and whatnot to move about.
Oh yeah. So.
Ooh, I'm kind of excited to see what people build in here.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a good
Looks
job.
great.
And it's so colorful. Yeah. Anyway, so I think that's going to be a great seller. People should be excited about that guy.
I'm excited about it. Hopefully you guys are. And just so you know, Kyle's been looking in chat, watching you guys, chatting with you. Your EQ2 Candor in there, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Correct. He's been telling you all the
Candor EQ2.
or is it Candor EQ2? He doesn't even know which one he is.
He doesn't like computers. He's afraid
He's
of
like, how
technology.
do I log into this thing? I was like, you should make a name so people know who you are. Do you have any questions that you think you want to bring up to us before we move on to our next segment?
Somebody asked if it has a right-click lift elevator.
Nope.
No, it doesn't.
Nope. Gives you all sorts of opportunity to build stairs or to use the springboards.
Candor EQ2.
Yeah.
All right.
Or even the portals.
Yeah. I think we'll see a lot of portals, especially using those other extra platforms and whatnot. Now we're going to be sticking over there with Nathan still. We're going to be looking at DevPicks, and if you guys don't know what DevPicks are, you guys can check out the section on the forums saying DevPicks in the EQ2 Insider forum area, and you guys can submit your houses to be able to be showcased right here. And I think we got our EQ2 Insider stuff fixed, or our DevPicks stuff fixed, correct?
Yes, so now I can, without a doubt, mark things as being DevPick and not have to worry. Previously, if you had not made it to the
Hall of Fame.
the Hall.
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame, yes. So, if you had not made it to the Hall of Fame, there was a bug that occurred when we then made you a DevPick. And that no longer occurs, so yay.
Yay! We like when bugs no longer occur.
Absolutely.
And I know the team was looking into it pretty adamantly as soon as we kind of figured out what was happening, because I think for the first bit of that we just didn't know what was occurring, right?
Correct. It was very confusing.
So we've resolved it, and now we will have our DevPicks. We have 3 houses that we're going to be showing off today, correct?
You are correct. So I've got one that is on Guck, and I'm trying to get to there right now.
On his little Faye.
Yay!
Tiny little Faye. Do let us know if there's any questions in there.
Somebody wants to know if the new Erican lore and legend is supposed to drop in the Overland only.
That wasn't the intention. I don't see why that would be an intention.
There you go.
If that's the case,
If that's the case, we'll make it so
Yeah.
it doesn't anymore.
We'll look at it.
Yeah.
we
it
don't
shouldn't
like
be.
that news, no.
They'll make sure. But good question.
Yes, glad
And
to
it looks
hear
like we
if
are in
that's
our
the
first
case.
house.
The house limit on the tinkered house should be the
Ooh,
same
that's a good
as.
question.
I mean, the item limit on the tinkered house should be the same as any prestige home, correct?
Yes,
We haven't
yes.
made any changes.
No
so, yeah.
intentional change on that. I did want to note that was 1350 SC. I don't know if that's interest to anybody.
Someone in chat says they've gotten Erican L&L pieces from Heroic Zones.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
So
Bam.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Question
Bug
answer.
fix were that good. You see how quickly we stop bugs?
Back in time.
I see a meat beast.
Okay, yes. So this is Diggin' It Delight, and this is on Guck.
Nice.
Yeah, so in the owner's name is Froglock Lord.
Like it.
And you don't even realize it, but this was a Halfling Vale home to begin with.
I like how it has this ranch vibe to it.
Totally does. It's this big farm. So you get all sorts of animals.
He's got all the animals in there.
Right? We've got the mill, little snack area.
Snack area. I like how you just named it. This is now the snack area. Someone's
You
hungry.
think that lore isn't created that way?
It's because Kander was Kander was talking about food prior to this, so we're all hungry.
It is on the brain. So, but again, you get someone who's really using pieces that we never thought. You know, they're going to put these things together. It's amazing. But I thought this was a cute, cozy little, or no, I shouldn't even say little, but cozy little spot. Emphasis on all sorts of the flora that we've put in as items.
Yeah, this is like a little vacation spot right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. I love the island gazebo that they
Yeah.
had there over the water. Very nice.
Yeah, with the little beds
Yep.
and that little gazebo right there with a little swing. That's cool.
Oh, see,
A nice
Akil,
dock.
you and I were talking about this object a moment
That's
ago.
what they were
Yes,
talking
that's
about.
Yeah.
I was requesting a jetpack. They denied me.
I wouldn't say denied.
Yeah, that's true. Not denied. But
And so, okay, now you've got your hops field over here.
that's so
Is he,
cool.
is he
I
pulling
like
a
it.
plow?
Yeah, I think he made. Yeah, look at it.
Doo-doo.
He made.
Wheelbarrow,
Oh no,
nice.
he
Wheelbarrow.
used a wheelbarrow. Sometimes they build crazy things out of stuff. I mean, some
Yes.
of the. Yeah.
Yeah, odd little objects
Yeah.
to make something that we don't have available.
Oh, I think this would be a cool place to put those the new candles and float them on the water right across.
Yes,
right on that
absolutely.
next.
Yep. Yeah, our
Is that a turtle?
Our particle
I
effects
just ran
guy
past a turtle.
made-
I like turtles.
made that. I like turtles. I like turtles.
I love turtles.
Yeah, our particle effects guy made that new little candle. He made one for every holiday. So
Oh, something to look forward to.
Yep. And of course, with any farmhouse, you got to have pirates. We've got pirates.
What? Because every farm
what?
has water and pirates.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
No, that was my reaction. I was like, wait.
I like the ship though.
No, I think it's cool.
And who's this? Their guard? The guard? Oh, that's a.
See, it's a person.
Oh my gosh.
Ah.
We've got
scared
some
me.
people in here visiting as well.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you guys can join us. We're on the live
Yep.
servers,
I tell you where we
and
are.
all the names will be up on the screen. We've been trying to add that in for the future of DevPicks.
Yeah,
There's another animated object. I like that we're adding more animated objects. They're fun.
absolutely.
Adds a
Especially
lot
with
of
the
life to a house to have that
yeah.
movement.
Yes, it does. So we've got. I think that this one was really creative. So this one I went ahead and called that one DevPick.
DevPick numero uno.
Yes, let's
Very,
go
very nice.
down
I liked it
to
a lot.
The next one, yeah, it was a really creative use of the different flora that I just thought was really. It spoke to me,
Yeah.
and that you couldn't tell that this was that Halfling Vale house.
No, not at all.
No. I like the ranchy feel to it. It reminded me of when I lived in Wisconsin, that kind of stuff, you know? I like the country. The country's where I love being. If they only had better internet so I could game and live stream, my life would be complete there.
I like visiting the country.
You like visiting the
Yeah.
country? You don't like the seasons, or what is it?
I
Living
don't like
there.
livestock.
Oh, what? Why?
They're just, I don't know, dirty animals.
Oh, they're not.
They're not clean.
Will you clean them?
I don't clean them because I don't like them.
Okay, so here we are at our second one, and this one I thought was a great example of what you can do without needing a whole lot of space. So this is actually a small home.
Okay.
It's just a 2-room house. It's the Rotongian Escape on Antonia Bale,
Aw.
and it's Dark Zephyrs. So what you got to see is just like all of the detail.
Ooh, I like how he just has one chair there.
What's back here?
Is that a bathroom? Does he have a laundry in
Oh,
there?
it's a laundry room.
Awesome.
This is actually
I
really
have no
cool.
idea
You-
what this object even is. It must be a vase or something with a water shader.
Oh.
It's really cool.
I like that, there's a laundry mat or like laundry area, and then you just have a nice fireplace where you could like sit and read a book while you're waiting for your laundry.
And you're not
Finish.
Well, it's going to help it dry too. But
Well, that's true. You could hang.
it's just it's the eye for detail.
Why is your bedroom like right
Look,
next to your laundry?
all of these little details everywhere.
But it is cute. This room is
It's
cute.
I thought it was
Do
Really
they
well
just use a
done.
curtain to divide the room? Is that what they use, like a curtain piece?
Yep.
That's cool.
Yep. And this is portals to other different houses because they've got a lot of them.
I love
That's
that the
fun.
portals are in frames and actually look like photos.
They look
That's
like
pretty
photos.
creative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really. That's
Okay,
really neat.
but and just so you get some more of that, right? Get some more paintings, setting it up. This
nice little table. It's already
yeah,
set for
cozy,
dinner.
romantic little setting. The kitchen is where it's at. though.
Oh man!
Look
of
at
course,
this.
it's a rotunda. He's got to eat all that cheese.
Look at that.
I think you are gonna love the new items that are coming up soon. We're gonna talk about them.
Look at all these. Yes, this is perfect for Dark Zephyr.
Yeah,
You're absolutely
you
right.
Dark Zephyr.
Look at-
Stay tuned.
Look at all those bottles.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And I like the
what we
little
were talking
recipe,
about-
the little recipe thing right,
Right?
there too. That's so cool.
We were talking earlier about how taking objects that you don't really think of as being that how is it going to be used, right? And turning it into something different. This stove, that's a scroll right there as a handle. I couldn't tell you what
Oh.
everything else is. This is just, yeah.
That's pretty neat.
Embedding objects into other objects so you only have part of it showing is exactly what they're taking advantage of to make these little knobs and buttons and even the grill.
Oh, this is a cool kitchen.
So
This is great.
creative.
I love the little bottles that are just added as decoration too.
What I
It
really
totally sells it.
What I really like about this house is that they took one of the smaller houses and they made something really creative out of it. I know a lot of the
Absolutely.
houses use like a ton of space, but
Yes.
this one crammed
Yeah.
a ton of detail into a smaller home, and that's pretty neat.
You
I
don't
think-
need
Is this our
the
first
big
small
house.
home that we've showed off
Yes.
on DevPicks?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And I thought it was very appropriate.
Ooh, there's someone here.
there's
Hello.
someone. As we were chatting, coming in to view it.
Is that Dark
Good.
Zephyr? He's not a Rotunda, so I would assume not.
Nope.
And they have
I'm assuming that the Rotungan escape is a Rotungan.
Yep. So they're going to get the dev pick. They're on Antonia Bale
Oh,
next.
I like
And
that a lot. That was
Yeah,
cool.
very
Really
nice.
creative.
The third one that I'm going to be showing is also a 2-room to kind of highlight, how much you can do with these little spaces. So once I get my character over there and check it out, it's also going to be it's themed here for us pretty well
Ooh.
because it's clockwork.
Ah,
So with Tinkerfest coming up, and a soft
nice
part.
way to end DevPicks.
Yes, and a soft spot in my heart for.
Oh yeah,
tinkery.
you are a huge
Steampunk
tinkery steampunk
stuff.
fan, right? Yeah.
Guilty. Let's see. Come on.
While we're loading that, are there any questions in chat that you've been seeing at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of questions in chat.
Lots of
Okay, are there
I've
appropriate
been
ones to
answering
answer?
them.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, and if you don't know, he's
Any you want to repeat maybe for
I believe it's called Gather Remains, which is the new priest summon for corpses. It's supposed to be able to summon corpses out from under, like say you wipe on a dragon
Oh, okay.
and you've wiped, so there's people underneath. You can't res them because you're just going to aggro the dragon.
You want to get them.
So it's only out of combat. I believe we're putting that in as soon as possible once it passes testing. So
cool.
That sounds useful.
it's not planned for any future prestige thing, as far as I know. Feldin.
I like how you just nudge out Belden out there. And I believe he's made it into the house, so let's check out the last house for DevPicks.
So, like I said, this was just another 2-room. It was the dojo, and so no aspect of the dojo remains.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
This does not look like the dojo at
No.
all. 0%.
Absolutely not.
So many books.
And again, those
the
little
way to my
details,
heart.
right? So let me
that's
scroll
a
out
pipe
so you
organ.
can see.
Wow.
Oh.
They made a tinkered pipe organ
Or computer.
or computer.
I think
Maybe
it's
it is
supposed to be a
So
computer.
the keyboard.
Oh, yeah.
It's
yeah.
a keyboard and a mouse
Absolutely.
pad. That chair is sick too.
Oh, sure enough, the mouse.
Nice. I didn't see that.
Yes, and so
Can
and
you
that's
angle
not,
up a little bit so we can see
that
what's-
wasn't a chair, in the beginning. Oh,
Yeah, I
you
like the
can.
chair.
Let me hop over there.
I want to, yeah. That's cool.
I'm
That's a big
scrolling
desk.
in, right? Oh, I even know what that is. That's funny.
What is it? Share with the rest of us.
Pomegranate, a rotten pomegranate from
nice.
Shard of Love.
That's
Awesome.
cool.
That's a huge mug.
I think
Or
they're
it's
using
a
it for
waste
trash
basket.
can.
I know, but it's a huge mug.
It's like the size of your face. You could fit inside of it.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
sick.
so let's see. Now let's come back over here.
Yeah.
Look at this little workbench area.
Nice.
Totally made out of a gear. Huge gear shoved halfway into a wall.
It almost looks like a trade skill station.
Yep. And look at this. So they took
Oh,
armor
wow.
dummies, threw the armor onto them, and then shoved them within the objects
That's
to make it look
cool.
like they had just parts of armor sitting around on
And then
the
they have
shelf.
the full one that's built on the left.
Yes.
He's like Iron Man.
That's really well done.
awesome.
Yeah.
Very,
What's on the
very
left?
Impressive.
Yeah, because we couldn't really see the, or I guess when you walk in,
No,
it's
you're
to
right.
the
You're
right.
right. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. It's like,
It's like a giant robot.
yeah. That's so cool.
Totally is.
I like that there's almost a story about the person who lives here, right? Like,
Yeah.
you can,
Yes.
like you can tell things about what the house creator was thinking when they put all this together, and yeah.
Yeah, it's really well done.
Oh, this is cool, yeah.
Very impressive.
Wow.
That's like your super
Command
friends,
station.
your super friends control panel.
Yep, just waiting for the different heads
Or
to pop
bat- or
up
the
and talk
bat
with
cave.
you.
I was about to say it's like the thing from Batman,
Yeah.
is scanning everyone's cell phones. To
Is that an arcade game station though? Like on the other side next to it?
Oh, next to it?
No. Keep going. Keep going. On the left, right there. Right there. Isn't it like our arcade? It is!
Totally.
Oh.
Look at that joystick.
Sick. Yeah.
Yeah, and a signage.
I could live here.
This signage from New Hallis. I recognize that.
That's cool.
I wonder what they're playing.
Yeah, he'll have to let us know. Let us
Zork.
know, Druff.
Zork. Oh yeah. So whose was this?
This
was
is Druff.
on Freeport server. Gnomish Clockwork Workshop was the
Yeah.
name.
It's absolutely a Clockwork Workshop.
Yeah.
We got too
yeah, you
distracted
did
by
not-
how awesome it was. We forgot to mention
Yeah.
you, Druff. Sorry, Druff.
Very,
Huge
very
compliment
nice.
there.
Yeah.
But look at all
Really
these things
well
that were
done.
never put. You know, these are not just one object. This is all
Right.
stuff that he's fit together for this.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, a
Very well
Or
done.
lot
she,
of
I should say.
Or
Oh,
yeah,
no.
or she.
a lot of
Sorry.
intricate work going into this.
No, it was my assumption there too. Bad.
Is that a car? Oh, there's someone
It
there.
could be Hillary.
Is that
Druff.
Druff? No.
So this was actually labeled as a something about an automated tinkering station. Yeah. Hello.
Who's hanging out with you? Let's maybe turn the AI or UI on. He runs away. No, don't run away.
Run away!
I saw something
He's like, you
dark
turn the UI
away.
on. I gotta run away.
Oh no! Whoop, whoop, whoop. No, I don't want to destroy anything that's in here.
Good plan, thank you.
Destroy the house now.
Ooh, that's your reward. No. Yeah, so really, really cool stuff. I'm glad to
fantastic.
be able to give them DevPicks.
Yeah.
2-room houses. You
Yeah,
can do
those are,
it.
those are great picks, Nathan. Thank you.
Thanks.
Those are awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Very.
thank you all for putting them together. I
Yeah.
Oh,
love seeing what you guys do with houses and.
If you have one that you'd
It's
like us to
amazing.
showcase, there is a thread. You can find the thread linked in the What is EverQuest 2 or EverQuest 2 Insider thread, and it has a link to the DevPicks section. If you'd like to join us in being selected as one of the DevPicks players, there's a little form that you fill out and let him know exactly what your house looks like. Show us a couple little screenshots of it, and then he picks the 3 or 2 best ones for the month, and we show them off here and give them a little DevPicks. You get a trophy, right?
You do get an in-house trophy, and that's actually due to the hall that the Hall of Fame, and that was the thing that messed up for this other player when I had picked them without knowing that there was an error. So
Thank you for letting us know, though.
Yes, no, that was cool. I was glad to get that. Well, actually, still working on getting that resolved for him, but it's not going to happen to anybody else.
Yes. Going forward, you guys will all get your trophies. You'll be able to show them off, show that you were picked for DevPicks, and obviously you'll have this lovely snippet of the video to show to all of your friends. And yeah, great picks this month. I love them, and they just keep getting better and better. So I can't wait to see what you guys do for us next month. So keep making awesome houses for us. Now we're going to be moving over to Age's End, and I'm going to let Kyle and Akil kind of take over that.
So, as you know, if you've been following the lore of EverQuest 2, we've been telling the Age's End story basically since the beginning of the game. And so at the end of this month, we are going to be wrapping up the Age's End prophecy storyline, wrapping it up for real this time. I know
It's awesome.
Yeah, I know we've been saying that for a while now, but this time we
Yeah.
mean it, like, absolutely. Just kidding. So yeah, you're going to be able to go and fight with some familiar faces to finally deal with the Teravishan and Carafrum and probably some other familiar people that are hopefully going to remain a surprise. So I don't know. Let's take a look at some photos from the event.
Yeah.
So you see there's Luke in there, and some of his knights as
his Wraith Guards.
As he's fighting alongside of you. This is actually a new zone for this event that is built. It takes place on the top of Sky Shrine, thematically on the top of Sky Shrine. So let's keep going.
Antonia.
There you go.
You see the tier there in the background.
Very, very nice.
Yeah. There are some of Carafum's awakened legion trying to stop you from dealing with the tier and wrapping up the prophecy.
I love these action shots.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep them up on the screen a little bit longer because there's some stuff that's hidden there.
And there's the man himself. There's Carafum coming to stop you, trying to stop him, I guess, is accurate.
You meddling kids.
This shot is really great.
Yeah.
But there's some other stuff that we can't really talk about yet, but
Yeah.
I'm the most excited about those things.
So one thing is we've got two versions of this event. We've got the standard version, and then we've got a hard mode version of it for those of you who like some extra challenge. And there's going to be some really nice loot that's going to come out of the hard mode version. So I suggest you all go in. It's actually going to be a X2. I know we don't do a whole lot of X2 content, but this zone is going to be an X2 zone. So come in, check it out.
So someone just asked that, why did we make it an X2 zone and not an X4 zone? I actually just posted about this on the forums. You know, we talked about it a lot, and we decided that we wanted to get it somewhere in a combination between being, you know, epic enough for the Carafum event, but not pigeonholing raiders. You know, we wanted to give everyone a chance to try to check this out. So the normal version is probably, you know, easy enough that if you're a good heroic player, you shouldn't have a problem with, you know, 12 other players. And the challenge version is not, it's not like upper echelon challenge. It's just if you did the work and you have the good enough gear to deal with the damage and that stuff, then you should be able to get better rewards. So we put a lot of work into this, and we just kind of wanted to get it into an area where it had the most accessibility without it being a 6-man.
And I think it'll be nice for people who can't necessarily get a full raid together to get in, you know, get 12 guys together.
Yeah, I mean, also X2 content is something we wish we had time to do more of.
Yeah.
You know, we have a hard time with it, but we're going to try to do more X2 content in the future.
And people have been requesting, you know, there's been a good group of players who have been requesting that. And we're watching how many people are grouping together and things like that. I know, you know, I think it'd be fun.
For those who have asked about the lore or that are interested in the lore about this event, there are quests also associated with it leading up to that point that you need to do. So there are 3 quests and 1 mission. The mission is repeatable. So and it goes. You're going through all sorts of zones and you're talking to all sorts of people. It really does feel like you are wrapping up a lot that has been touched on that makes you go, well, what about this character? What about this other guy? So there's a lot more to it than even just that zone.
Yeah, Nathan did a really good job gathering all the loose threads from all of the years and years of stuff and tying up everything I could possibly think of and lots of things that I couldn't. So yeah, it's a great job. I think you guys have a lot of fun with it. And
the players, those that are steeped in the lore, were actually very helpful, whether you knew it or not. You yourself, the players, whether you knew it or not, because I have to dig on the forums quite a bit sometimes for certain topics, and to find that record of what's been told before or what's been told outside of the game before, and following up on those kind of threads and those kind of expectations, and so I tried to honor those as well.
Really, really cool. Well, I'll probably be putting out an article about Aegis End as well with some of the shots that you're seeing here, maybe little video shots. We'll see what we can do. We don't want to give away too much, but maybe post the event, you'll see some stuff coming out.
I suggest you take a look. I think there are a couple really fun story reveals in there that those of you who really like the lore and the story of Norath and are following kind of the history of all of the things that have happened. I think you'll get a kick out of it. I think you'll really enjoy it.
Definitely for me, I'm one of those people who's pretty pumped about it. Do we have anything in chat that they want to bring up or have questions that you're...
Yeah, there's a lot.
Well, I mean, are there any that we can cover? We definitely have some time to answer
the 12-man, the normal 12-man, we hope should be pick-upable, so you should be able to pick up rate it. You know,
I think Nathan's not impressed with your word.
No.
Yeah, as in a pickup group. Pug. It should be puggable. How's that? That's better. As far as procs in PvP, we are talking about slowly adding them back in. Procs that are intended for PvP, not PvE procs. But we're still talking about it, so.
All right.
Could be.
Any other questions in there that you want to cover? He's like, I'm watching you right now.
Yeah.
Well, if there are any, you can toss them our way. We'll move on to our next thing, which is loyalty items. So I'm going to have Nathan talk a little bit about the inspiration behind these items, but I do want to say that a lot of you guys have been asking, as soon as I put up that loyalty items were coming out, that we were putting out a whole bunch of them, I think there was like over 100 that we were talking about putting out, you guys were all like, why aren't there any housing items? So here you go. That was the cue.
Kyle knows this stuff more than I do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
This is the Vigilant, the airship from Sentinel's Fate.
You worked a lot on this guy.
Yes, I did.
It looks awesome.
It's really different. We tried to make sure that it was a combination of natural sources and magic, so that it's a ship of pure magic. You know, so we wanted it to fit in our world. It's got a really cool backstory that I'm not going to go into.
No.
Yeah, it's a cool ship, and it also has an amazing amount of awesome-looking food.
Yes.
And that was actually a pretty big request. Was that was getting access to more of the house items and the food from the Vigilance set, so you could build out kitchens and whatnot.
Yeah.
So now you'll be able to get all this stuff.
All this food will be available on the loyalty merchant. Yes.
Was that Dark Zephyr? I'm trying to remember his name. I think.
Yeah,
Dark Zephyr.
Yeah,
was the
he's
kitchen.
going to love the
I believe. Yeah.
He or she, is going to love the food items that are coming out of this. I thought this was funny. Holly, thank you, Holly. She sent this to me. She's like, I have one more video, and she sends it to me. I'm like,
she sneezed
you
on the
dork.
Jello mold.
She sneezed on our food. It's
There's
not
a sneeze
sanitary.
guard there in front of it.
Yeah, it's a sneeze guard.
And previously, you could gain a lot of these food items through repeating quests there in the Vigilant.
Yeah.
But it took a lot of work, and you then had one choice, right? You had this whole litany of items that you could pick through, a plethora, and you only chose one. So now, at least with the loyalty, putting it on the loyalty merchant, if you've got some points to spend, go ahead, pick them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of yummy food. Now we're just continuing the food theme today.
Right.
I'm very hungry now. So do we have anything else we want to mention about the loyalty items other than you should definitely look into those if you're looking for some items?
We're going to keep expanding the loyalty items forever, for as long as we can. So
we actually have quite a list of stuff that we intend to add over the next year. So.
Yeah, in fact,
we're not going to let it lie. We got a lot of stuff we want to put on it. So,
and that's the edition that's going in August. If
that's correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the August one.
Yeah.
And I mean, like they said, we're always looking for more feedback on what items that you guys want. So do send them our way. We compile a list and we continually add more and more. And as you can see, we're adding a feast for you.
Yes.
And let us move on to our last and final bit here before we move into maybe a little Q&A session. We're going to talk about the Nexus Duo, and I'm going to be playing a video in the background that's going to just be some SME live footage that we showcased last year. But why don't you take us through this, Kyle or Kim?
So last year, I think it was last year, We did a series of challenge duos, which are zones designed specifically for 2 very skilled players in very decent gear. They were really popular for those players, and now that those players have moved past them, there's a lot of players that are actually doing, the older challenge duos now and enjoying them. They're actually less about gear and more about coordination. That's kind of the intent, is that you have to work together and learn the fights. And this is another one. It's kind of a riff on the Nexus core zone. We just basically thought it would be really cool to do a 2-man version of this in the challenge format. So it's the upper echelon of duoing.
Which I think is something that I'm personally a big fan of, just because normally I roll with my 2 friends, and that's kind of how we roll together, just because we don't have a huge group. I've been thinking about joining another guild, but that's what we roll with, and I think duos are a great way for us to have that challenge aspect.
One of my favorite things that came out of the last set of challenge duos was people trying to run them with non-ideal combinations, and just people kind of challenging each other to try and beat them with pairs that weren't really min-maxing, right?
Gotcha.
I thought that was a pretty neat kind of meta game that rose out of the challenge duos.
Right, they tried to beat them with non-ideal pairs, and they also tried to see who could beat them the fastest, and
you should send us these videos. When you do this, hit record and send us the video of it, because I would love to spotlight those. Those would
Actually,
be fun.
they posted quite a few videos of them doing this on the Challenge Duo thread.
I'll have to go sneak and look into those. But do send them our way. We have Player Direct. You can go check that out at everquest2.com/player-direct, and there's information there, as well as soe.com/player-direct. And you guys can send us our videos, and we'll share it on our social networks so you get more views and more money if you're monetizing. So we let you monetize off of all of our content. Just a little nudge, trying to help you guys out. Anything else you guys want to bring up on Nexus Duo? Any questions that have been brought up regarding them?
Someone's asking where it's going to fit. Well, I believe it's slated to go out around Fanfare. Is that right?
I think that's correct. Yeah.
I mean,
yes, it's right before.
It's going to fit between now and being level 100. So 95 upper echelon. As far as what it's going to drop, that's a surprise. You're just going to have to find out. We actually put quite a bit of cool stuff in it. So, and then someone else was asking about the X2 loot, how that was going to fit in Tears of Vishen. The items are probably, for the difficulty, probably a little more powerful than they should be, but that's the intent. The challenge items are actually meant to be viable items when you hit level 100. So there's not a lot of itemization in this zone. It's very cool stuff that's very, some of it is, use it when you need it type stuff. So.
Okay. And I think that's all we had on the docket for today. So I think we'll take about 15 minutes of just Q&A. So you guys can toss us questions. This is what you get from being here live. If you're watching this on YouTube, next time you need to show up. We do this the first Wednesday of every month, and it's usually from 2 to 3 p.m. We always let you know if the date or time changes, but that's what we try to go for every month.
However, with SOE Live, we're going to miss next month.
Yes.
We're going to be skipping next month because SOE Live will return in September.
Yes, we will return in September. We're going to be doing tons of live streaming at SOE Live, so you definitely want to check out all of that stuff. Follow us at soe.com/SOE Live for all of the SOE Live updates.
EQ2 players, be sure to tune in for the keynote. We've got some really fun reveals during our expansion keynote, so be sure to check that out.
And I'll be trying to keep up with things like that on social. Obviously, the people who are there are going to get the information first. I'm going to have the last information and try to be tweeting out as much as I'm allowed to. But we're also going to be doing streaming on our SOE channels. So if you want to be part of that, you should check out all of our streams over there. I'm sure I'll be tweeting and Facebooking and Google Plusing all of that information on the EverQuest 2 channels if you tune into those. So keep following those. I'm trying my best to keep you guys up to date on what's happening and what's new. And thank you for following Zelgad. He has over 100 followers. He's been now tweeting a lot, so you should check out all of his tweets. X-E-L-G-A-D, Zelgad. Did I spell it right? Yeah. He's been tweeting out some cool stuff. I've been trying to repost it on the forums so you guys can keep interacting with him. But let's hear the questions from the chat. What is EverQuest 2 Lands talking about? Anything good? Any witty comments? Any jokes?
Someone asked if the X2 items are better than the items that drop from Kruer and Terranax. No, absolutely not. Kruer and Terranax they drop stuff that's best in slot. Truly best in slot, kind of ridiculously best in slot. Someone's asking about if we're going to look at the lag spikes in KP for Warfields. We've been looking at that. We look at it every time it comes up. We do have some back-end stuff that's coming that we're hoping is going to really affect performance. More on that later. I think it's going to beta this week, and we're going to let it sit on beta to make sure that nothing breaks. We already broke wards. But that wasn't related.
But in September, I believe we're going to try to have Dave Kish on to talk about a little bit of the back-end stuff that you guys are working on. Yeah, so there's some really cool stuff. There's some rewrites for some languages and some stuff to make things more efficient, and we're seeing pretty decent improvement on min-spec machines. We're also seeing improvements on high-end machines. So. Yeah, and I know our QA team has been doing all kinds of testing on like min-spec boxes and trying to do their best to see what they can rustle up, and we're doing our best to make sure that those of you who are on a min-spec or down in that grade of PC specs.
Yes, we broke wards on beta. They're fixed.
Beta's
now.
Made for
that's why we call it
testing
beta.
Stuff, yeah.
Yes.
That's what we need you guys to help us out and test things, and I think we're going to try to do a couple big beta tester.
Yeah. So you mean that mystics aren't supposed to be unkillable, Kyle? I thought that was the point. I'm gonna have to delete my mystic now. This is all your fault, Kyle.
Mystics are supposed to be the new tanks, I guess, is what happened. Yeah.
That would be kind of fun.
The questions in there worth repeating?
People proposing to K-Thiel.
Aww, why are they proposing to him?
Oh, no, he means like proposing that something happened to me. It's probably gory. I don't know.
Yeah. They want triangle building blocks.
Yes.
Triangle building blocks.
So do we.
Yeah,
we talked about that on the Q&A. Last week we talked about, there were a couple different questions. It wasn't just triangle, it was all kinds of shapes.
Yes, there's a typo in the ethereal crate. It's fixed. It should go out.
Players were asking for spherical, some other different shapes and whatnot, and we're looking into getting you guys some more shapes.
I would be surprised if we did spherical blocks, because blocks are supposed to be
like squarish.
They're supposed to be squarish to have reduced poly counts.
Gotcha. Yep.
So you can place as many of them and keep them efficient. To make a sphere, you've got lots of triangles, it's lots of polys, and so if you have an infinite number of spheres in the house, it's going to hurt performance and it's going to defeat the purpose of having building blocks. So I would be surprised if we had an efficient way to put spheres in as building blocks.
Maybe circular?
Maybe discs, perhaps.
Discs. Yeah.
But
okay. I think we already have that on some of them, at least.
Someone's asking about public quests, and we want to do public quests. We want to put in basically a new version of public quests. It's on our bucket of awesome. It's something that we talk about like almost every day.
Since Velius.
Yeah. We have a plan. We're hoping to do some higher quality, less laggy, more intuitive,
better
reward structure, public quests. Yes,
but the thing is that we want to pull out the existing system and we want to build a new system from the ground up and build it right.
We want to build it totally.
So it's not something that we want to rush out, and it's a monumental task. So
the proper code support on that one is key.
Yeah. And design support, to be honest. Well, I mean, we've got to get lots of public quests.
But we didn't have that for the background. It didn't have that foundation, that code foundation, when we put it in first for Velius. And so that's really what we know now is necessary to make this work.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Also, we added PvP slots to Ethereal and Artifact weapons. We opted not to add the PvP adornment slots because we didn't really want people running around with empty slots on their weapons. There's some people that just don't PvP. And we felt what we tried to do is make up for the lack of that slot through the amount of toughness and lethality that we put on them. So, if that makes sense to those people asking.
Right. All right.
Got any other good ones? Keep asking your questions. We have.
Can you nerf Crusaders? Yes.
Can.
Oh,
We can.
can.
Can?
I can flip a table too, but probably get in trouble if I did it.
Yeah, this table is interesting.
Yeah. In terms of class balance in general, class balance is infinite and forever, and so it's something that we are always working on. Even when we're not doing like a big class balance patch, class balance is always something that's, some percentage of Zelgad's time. He's always tweaking with things and fixing things and turning knobs. And with the level cap increase, there's always class balance changes. Whenever there is a big increase in power, we get a chance to get classes to correct some of the class imbalances. Sometimes we overcorrect, and then yeah.
And that even moves into items too. I mean,
Absolutely, with the
nonstop. Whenever you're adding big power spikes with items, you have to look at where that fits in with content and how that balances out with classes. So that's definitely something that these guys are looking at all the time.
Always.
The never-ending quest of balance.
Never-ending story. With luck.
Someone was asking about purple rune revamp, as far as like how you get purple runes, war runes. We're gonna do something for the X2, so you'll be able to get some of that stuff easier. But as far as changing the entire system and how you get them, that'll be expansion.
Right.
So
So yeah, we're gonna experiment with some different ways to obtain them.
and we have some cool stuff coming that we'll talk about at SOE Live.
Yeah, SOE Live is going to be filled with tons of goodness, so hopefully you guys come check us out.
There's actually a lot. There's a lot of cool stuff coming with the expansion.
We've got some really cool stuff coming before the expansion that we're not going to talk about until SOE Live as well. So definitely, if you're not there, definitely tune into the streams to pick that stuff up and hear before your friends.
Not everything will be live streamed, so do tune into the live streams that will be available to you. But if you want to come, you should go. It's SOE.com/SOE Live. We have only 23 more Dev Brunch tickets left too. So if you're interested in actually sitting with the devs, eating breakfast with them, picking at their brains.
You can
this
take
is your
a
one
seat
chance.
right next to Kyle and ask him all of these questions to his face, and he can't escape. It's really great to see him smile.
So that's definitely one way to do that, and we only have about 23 tickets left. So if you want to be part of that, come with us, join us. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be tournaments, live quest stuff that you can win money at, so you could even pay for your ticket if you win.
Yep.
It's another way to do it. Any other good questions before we wrap it up for this evening? Got a few more minutes.
Possibly.
Possibly. He's like, I don't know.
The blue weapon slots, did we call them cyan or cerulean? No, I can't remember.
Cerulean.
Oh,
Cerulean.
are you going with cerulean?
I don't know.
We're looking at
I just like the word cerulean. It's a fun word to say.
I like that color.
We're looking at maybe having another place for those to drop, and we may consider adding them to the Edema Merchant as we get closer to the expansion. Yes. So we also have a merchant coming soon that's going to offer some of the rare drops and stuff like that for Edema, and a few other ways for you to burn your Edema if you have extra Edema that you want to.
Do you want to talk about the other Edema change now?
What's the other Edema change?
What? What we talked about yesterday?
Oh, we're going to uncap it?
Yeah.
Yes, we're going to.
Yeah, since the expansion is coming up and Edema is going to, when we have a new currency, Edema is not going to be as relevant anymore. We're probably going to be uncapping the Edema soon, so you'll be able to have as much as you like.
Yeah, we're going to uncap Edema, and we're also discussing possibly having the new expansion currency be account-wide instead of per character.
That would excite a lot of people.
Then it'll really have a cap.
Yeah. A lot of people have been asking about account-wide things, or even Because there's some people who use multiple accounts, but I know that that's a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, I mean, really, the reason why we don't do more account-wide things is because each account-wide thing currently is an individual thing that is individually done. It's not like we've got a switch that says make this currency account-wide. We want to do that, but since we don't have that, we don't make more things account-wide. But it's something that we like, and so we'll certainly be doing more of it.
Everyone is saying more account-wide, please.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree. We like it. We will do more. We will absolutely do more.
It's just not as easy as you think.
Yes.
It's not just a switch
Yes.
on the back end. Any other good ones? Good topics to discuss, maybe?
They're mostly becoming personal now, so we can move on.
All right.
All right.
Come on, guys. This is why we don't have nice things. This is really why we don't have nice things.
No,
we give you
it's
a
fine.
moment to be an open book, and you gotta be respectful and nice. That is something.
They're being funny,
funny.
not disrespectful.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Funny's
good.
good. I
Perfect.
like funny.
Funny's-
Why can't we go with funny? Is it just too? Is it like not appropriate funny?
I'm not gonna answer
like, I'm not-
landmark questions. This is
Oh, this is EQ2.
EQ2 Insider.
What is this? EQ2 right
There
here,
you go,
guys.
there it is.
Come on,
Yeah,
landmarks
there you
later.
go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we will wrap up the show for the evening. Then I'm glad we got a little bit of Q&A because we did kind of go over the topics really quickly here. So just to announce, we are going to be doing our July contest. This is going to be a shorter contest. It's going to be a caption contest. So what you guys can do to be submitted into this for a chance to win 2,500 station cash, that's $25 worth of station cash, all you have to do is submit a photo, have a little caption. You can like do a little bubble or put chat in there, whatever works for you. Open up a Paint doc, post your photo in there and give a little bit of text to each of the characters that's in the scene, and make something funny, make something serious, do whatever you want. We're kind of looking for creativity with these.
Yeah. It's a good opportunity to use some house actors as well, so you
House
can get them
actors.
all posed and doing whatever thing you want them to be doing.
Maybe make them Tinkerfest theme, whatever you guys want. This is just going to be caption contest, and we're looking for creativity. And I will be posting that up after this show, as well as putting this up on YouTube. So be sure to follow us on all the things EverQuest 2. We are just II on Twitter, but we are everywhere else, EverQuest 2. So check us out, follow us for all the news. I do want to just kind of go over the DNS stuff because I know there's a lot of people who are still having connectivity issues. On our side, things have been resolved, but it depends on your ISP. When you're going to be able to get into game or not. And I don't know if anyone else has anything else they can add to that, but yeah, that's unfortunately I can't do anything for you. I wish I could, but that's as much as I can say, and I'm just gonna let you guys know that. Also, SOE Live, Player Got Talent, we are looking for submissions still, so if you are somebody who has some kind of interesting talent, you should submit your talent to us at soe.com/SOE-live, and that is going to end the 31st of this month. And we're still looking for some good ones. Last year, Renix did an amazing EverQuest
that
song.
awesome song, yeah.
Oh, so good.
I can't spin fire at it though.
I know. You know what you should do?
What's that?
You should. Aren't there like glow in the dark
I have
ones?
those too, but I can't. It's players. I can't
No,
compete.
you can compete.
Can I?
Yeah.
All right, we'll see. No
Because
problem.
we were talking about it before, and we're like, we should get some of the devs on to
right.
do it. To do it.
Only if Kyle will dance with me.
Kyle, will you dance with him?
Or
while
sing, guitar.
Sure.
All right.
All the
awesome.
above.
There we
Awesome.
go.
Excellent.
I'll get this. I'm getting this together. You guys are gonna internet. You will have this.
Can you end the video at that point before we say any of that when we put it up on YouTube?
Yes.
That never happened.
No, that happened. It's happening. That's happening. All right, I'm just going to give these guys each a moment to let you know where you can find them or leave them feedback on EverQuest 2 or just their daily stuff. So starting with you, Akil.
Yeah, you can message me on the forum. I think I'm Lindro EQ2, or I can't remember if there's an underscore, or Twitter. You can send me a Twitter, even though I don't check as often as I probably should. It's there, and you can put it up, and I'll respond eventually.
And Kyle?
You can always get a hold of me, Candor, on the forums. I answer all my PMs. Even if it's just a yes or no answer, I will answer you. Unless you're being rude.
Yeah, don't be rude. It's not very nice.
I do get some rude ones, but they're entertaining.
I answer some of the rude ones too, but it is a difficult thing to be like, try to help you out when you're being rude.
No, you cannot have a Candor wig drop off of Terranax.
Oh my gosh, you need a Candor wig, yes.
Are you sure?
That would be
Yes.
so awesome.
They want a Candor wig for their Ratonga or something.
Froglock.
Oh, Froglock.
Froglock.
He'd be down with the Froglock. He shook his head.
XR wig.
It'll be the Nathaniel Marr wig.
Ooh, I could see that being a good
Oh,
paladin
yeah, on a
hairdo.
Froglock, that's totally
Yeah.
And over there we have Nathan. Nathan, where can people leave you feedback?
Well, not only on the forums as KTheal, but also here on Twitter as KTheal, so at KTheal.
Very nice and easy, simple.
Yep.
And again, follow us on all the things, social network for EverQuest 2, and you guys can check out all my stuff at Margaret Crone, and also my website, margaretcrone.com. And be sure to check out all of our new content that's coming out, what we just talked about all throughout the month of July and July and August, and hashtag CandorWig everything.
Hashtag CandorWig. Now I am going to Twitter. I'm going to be on Twitter.
Actually, please continue with the hashtag CandorWig. I'm going to like compile a list of those, and maybe we'll
I think we just got the new screenshot competition.
We'll put a bunch of those on maybe the next episode. See you guys next EverQuest 2 Insider. Bye.
Bye.